set. Yep. Another opportunity to get the ball outside to the left pin a little bit more for the Gators.
9 kills, still a match high. Only 1 error on 13 swings. She's been playing very well since being put back into the starting lineup. Holston comes up with a dig. Leal's there to dig Mallet. D'Agostino's out of the play. You got Holston as a back row option. That's what they go with. Kaiser was out. Spencer trying to use the block, and she uses it for a kill.
And a great job. Desi McCray steps right in. She has to set this ball and be the secondary setter. Great hands. And she just wants to use the outside, the left hand of Gabby Mallet. A little touch at the very end leads to the kill.
And Spencer was a big key. A reason they could go back to the 6-2 because she can generate offense as that second right side attacker in the front row. Entry off hands. That's good penetration at the net by Georgia. Just nobody can get there because of the deflection.
And sometimes you want to just slow the ball down. You talk about a good touch. That's a good touch because it gives your defense time to play behind you. Georgia's just not able to get it up off of that opportunity.
Here is Pohl, who has had a very good match serving so far. Doc's got blocked back. D'Agostino and Al-Hassan. Everybody looks like a good blocker next to Al-Hassan because she covers so much of that ground.
Very true. She's going to get you a lot of block assists because the way that she gets all the way out, her finish is so great, taking up as much of the net as she possibly can.
Pohl's got a couple of aces in this match. Leal trying to pass her up. Not a great pass, but she puts it in a great spot for the attack. And it's a 2-point lead for Georgia.
Good decision by Leal on that one. Just right over the top of the block. You're going to catch the defense really sunk in on their heels, expecting that they're going to have to dig a nice, deep swing. But that time, perfect placement. That's no man's land in the middle of the court. No one can get there in time.
Tira Leal had never passed in club or in high school without playing 6 rotations. Coming into this match, 9 reception errors in SEC play. That's pretty good considering some of the great serving teams we have in this conference. Al-Hassan, she gets so high up. Good penetration by Georgia at the net. Good diving save by Unruh. And good coverage by Mallet, but Al-Hassan, that long reach is going to get you in trouble once in a while because there's got to be a limb or something flailing into the net.
Yeah, 2 great digs. And a good job that time by Al-Hassan getting up. When we talked about good touches, Desi McCray just had another great touch that slowed down the Al-Hassan swing.
Mallet on the outside. Good speed and tempo for Florida's offense. And there's so much size up there right now. Mallet, Holston, and Al-Hassan.
Seems like Georgia has found the answer for Al-Hassan here. They're getting great block touches. If I'm Florida right now, I'm sending the ball to Holston and Gabby Mallet because they're struggling getting out all the way to the pin to close that block.
Holly Pohl so strong tonight on these huge Leal attacks. Leal's got strength. And Al-Hassan with the push, able to put it down for Florida, which is back within 1 here in the 3rd.
Just another good block and finish. Al-Hassan does a great job penetrating. I mean, getting off of the net and being prepared to make plays. Florida had to go almost all the way to the scorer's table to get there, but Al-Hassan was there to block it right back to McCray.
Left-hander D'Agostino sends it long. Georgia's largest lead in this set has been 3. Up by 2 here, trying to take a set. 14 straight sets won by Florida. They have not allowed a team to score 20 in 8 consecutive sets. Until now, Georgia gets the 20th point.
And that was a low set for Al-Hassan. D'Agostino just left it a little bit low underneath the net. Not a play that can be made out of the middle blocker.
Mary Wise has used a timeout again. Used both here in this 3rd set as Georgia finally finding its rhythm. Tonight on the SEC Network at 9 o'clock Eastern, SEC in 60 eliminates all the fluff to get you all the big plays. 60 minutes of pure football action from one of our games this weekend. Then, well, you got to stick around for Film Room when Alabama's on it, right? 10 o'clock Eastern time. Get a new SEC coach sitting down, dissecting some game film, giving you the inside look how they study tape to gain an edge over their opponents. What's coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern and 10 as well. Alabama with an off week this week before they get set to take on LSU next Saturday night. First college football playoff rankings came out yesterday. Georgia is sitting at number 11 in the opening rankings. Now, calm down, everybody. Everybody chill out. Alabama coming in at number 6. Now, this is more... give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on this first, because I want to hear what you have to say based on what you've seen.
I think what we saw was the head-to-head matchup means so much because Alabama's sitting at 6 and Ole Miss is at 4, despite the fact that Ole Miss just lost to LSU.
Right.
So I
Michigan
think that
State,
was a big
Oregon,
thing.
probably similar to that as well.
Absolutely. Trying to figure out exactly what the College Football Playoff Committee is weighing more, I think is what everyone's trying to learn. And I got to guarantee you that so many Alabama fans right now are just looking at that
Salty.
ranking.
Salty right now, I guarantee.
I promise there's so much football in the play. It's okay.
Yeah, I said, biggest
The first
takeaway,
one.
don't freak out when
Yeah.
the first rankings come out, but it's easy for me to say that right now. Holston, you need a big kill. You just give it to that backside, as D'Agostino has done so many times this year. A kill for Florida, and Holston back within 2.
And that's a good point. Holston had a lot of swings in the first 2 sets. I mean, she was really getting the ball. She was the go-to attacker. We haven't heard as much from her here in the 4th set.
Now, she's the team leader in attacks of the season. Mallet is leading the team in attacks tonight on the outside pin. Good dig by D'Agostino on that Teknip swing. Go right back to Teknip with a changeup. And Al-Assad just trying to punch it forward, unable to get the clean touch. Georgia has a 3-point lead, and they're 4 away.
And just staying in the play. When you get an opportunity to get the ball back, a nice little touch there by Teknip right over the block. Just changing up the speed a little bit, seeing if it can affect the Florida defense.
It's the 7th time they've taken a 3-point lead in this set. Can they finally get over that hump? Holston dug up by Kaiser, the freshman from Dallas. She sends over the free ball. Gators in transition. Holston, too easy on that backside.
Great swing by Holston. I mean, that's a nice quick tempo set, bringing her in a little bit closer to the center. This ball is not going all the way out to the pin, and that's her 2nd swing in the same rally. So really Florida, knowing D'Agostino, knowing that she wants to get the ball to her right side hitter. And that's a great call by Holston to change it up. I don't want to go out to the pin. I want to run it right off of your back shoulder.
They're not going to use Al-Assad to serve here. They'll use Nikki O'Rourke, the junior out of Clearwater. She'll be in to play some defense here. They go right after her, and she gets the dig to put the Gators into transition. Entries dug up. Spencer popped it up. Holston is there for the dig. This is Carly Snyder on the outside. Aitman in the middle off hands. It's a big point on both sides. Holston able to tool the block. She's got 11 kills tonight. And Georgia will use a timeout as Florida has cut the advantage down to 1.
So we've seen in a couple of rallies here where it's ending with Holston. Even if, I mean, it's going back to her again. D'Agostino's really trying to ride her here, get the ball in the hands of her go-to hitter. And we see Carly Snyder, she's rotated in on the left side. She's getting some opportunities, the freshman. We've seen Mary Wise go to the bench to allow opportunities, but now she's looking for a spark on the left side.
Feels like anytime they need a big kill, and look how much ground Holston covers.
That's true. She was out of the play for the first swing. She gets back. She's able to get her hands in on a block. She gets all the way out. Great transition, great hustle, and swings for the kill there. That's a lot of footwork for Alex Holston in one play because she was the one who got the block touch and transitioned all the way out to get the kill.
Again, a much heavier workload this season for Holston. She's got 530 attacks so far this year. That's the most on Florida. She had 562 all of last year. So a much heavier workload this season for Holston. And as we talked about, last year was Brown Ice going to the middle so often for Chloe Mon. Now that tandem, the focus of this offense is D'Agostino backside to Holston.
No, that's right. Holston right now, 11 kills, 11 digs. And we've seen Florida go a little bit away from their middles. They had some success with them in the first 2 sets, but they have not found that rhythm here. We've seen a couple of just mistimed, a set that was too low here and there. So I think that they're trying to find that chemistry again with Entry and Al-Hassan.
That's a rare double-double, by the way, and I know it's surprising, but there have only been 2 double-doubles by a Gator this year. That's the 3rd. Big-time block, and there's that huge reach of Holston along with Entry, and this is the first tie since it was 5-5.
Well, that's one of the toughest blocks that you're going to see when you're going against Florida. A great finish by Entry. She doesn't get all the way out to close the block, but she finished her block.
Anderson with not a great pass, and Leao is forced to put it up. It's a point for the Gators. And Lizzie Stepke is saying there was no touch. My apologies. She's saying it was out of bounds. I think she's going to use her final timeout here. Let's take a look at that last point.
Yeah, it looked from our vantage point as if it did fall straight down and in, but it was straight out.
It's not a bad. That's a bad call. It feels like based on what we just saw.
No instant replay in volleyball.
Yeah, that's right. So
but yeah.
suddenly.